All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our podcast. And we got a special guest, Robbie Engelburg from Virginia, the Virginia Cavaliers. And then with our host, Jack, and I, Hero Chang.
All
Jack,
right. Yeah,
thank
let's
you.
we can start with some questions first of all. Um well, so obviously safety, right? Safety for
Yep,
Virginia.
safety.
Yep. Um let's start with how you got into football. Um was it from a young age or were you born?
Appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, for sure.
So basically my dad, so he's been a football coach all his life. His dad, he's from Orlando originally, and his dad was also a coach. He coached in the USFL and for UCF. He actually helped start UCF's football program back in the day.
Oh,
And then he coached in the USFL back when that was a league. Then he coached a little bit in the NFL. He coached for the Bills, and the Raiders. I believe he did special teams for both of them. Um, but I never got to meet him. But he was a lifetime coach. And then my dad played through high school and then went to Georgia Southern, and he was like a GA there or a student assistant. Um, and he went there and just helped coach. And then straight out of school, he became a high school coach, coached as assistant coach for a couple years, and then he's been a head high school coach for the past 20. I think this is his 22nd season at the same school.
That's sweet.
So it's
that's
kind of like
nice.
you could say in my blood. But I didn't actually start playing until sixth grade. Um, my dad didn't want me playing Pee Wee for some like random coaches. So he waited till I was in sixth grade. And then he actually coached me at so I went through to a K through 12 school
Hmm.
in Washington, D.C. Um, and so he coached me starting in sixth grade. And then I went sixth, seventh, eighth, and then all throughout high school he was my head coach. So yeah.
That's sweet, man.
Nice.
Um
That's real nice. I mean, knowing that you grew up in Virginia, right? So, I mean, it's always been a dream for you to play for Virginia. I mean, how's that going right now for you guys as your
Yeah.
team?
So I'm from Alexandria, Virginia. Yeah, no, it's awesome. So I grew up in Alexandria, Virginia, which is about 2 hours north of Charlottesville, where UVA is.
Hmm.
And then I went to high school or pretty much kindergarten through 12th grade in DC. But ironically, I didn't really grow up a UVA fan. Um, I don't know. My dad is a Florida Gators fan, so I kind of grew up a Gators fan. But I wasn't really, UVA wasn't really on my radar until like my junior year of high school,
hmm.
which is when I started getting recruited for football. But yeah, no, UVA ended up being dream place. It's awesome there. I love the people, the coaches, and everything. Yeah, we're having a great year. This is our bye week, so I'm actually at home right now. I'm driving back. I've been at home since Friday. First time I was able to come home and um, shoot since like before fall camp, so mid-July almost. Um, so I'm driving back tonight, back to school. But yeah, season's going great. We're 5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5-1.
Yeah, we said,
Or no, four. Yeah, five. It's either
Yeah.
4 or 5. I
yeah,
lose
you
track.
guys are 5-1.
But yeah, I think we got moved up to 18 in the country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we
just released
got
Yeah.
it.
moved up to 18 in the country today. So we got a nice stretch coming down the line. I think we got Washington State next weekend. If y'all guys saw, like they they competed with Ole Miss
Yeah,
Hmm.
they
this
can
past weekend.
compete.
They only
That
lost
that
by
that is
8 points.
yeah, by 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we play
Yeah, by
them this
3.
weekend at home, and then we go on a little bit of a away stretch, and then we play at Cal, and then we play at Duke and at UNC, and
Yeah.
then
And then you got the Wake Forest in between.
yeah, we got Wake Forest at
Yeah.
home, and then always the last game of the season for Virginia Tech, which is at home this year. But yeah, the season's been going great. Excited for the rest of the season for sure.
Yeah, down the stretch, who do you think is the toughest opponent you guys think you're gonna have to face?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're just taking it week by week.
For sure.
We try to, keep that mentality of every game's the most important one. But there are a couple people like to say that we have a pretty easy schedule, which I guess compared to other schools, maybe. But like, you look at the schools on our schedule, and none of them are easy, really. I mean, you look
No,
at Wake
yeah.
Yeah,
or
that
Washington
is true.
State, and they competed this week. Cal's got a good team. They got a great quarterback. Duke is, I mean, Duke's really good. Duke is a
Duke is
Yeah,
ACC
underrated,
contender.
yeah.
yeah.
We're
I
tied
mean,
with them for first in the ACC.
yeah,
Hmm.
UNC, I mean, they're not having a great year, but the UNC UVA game always
yeah,
happens to be a good
I was
game.
I was just gonna ask, what do you think about Belichick?
yeah. How do you feel about
Yeah,
Belichick being
I
the
mean, it's a tough
head
spot.
coach?
Like I think you have to give every head coach some time to kind of
for sure.
establish his culture, bring in his guys, and he's thrown in a tough spot. I mean, like he's thrown in that spot, and everyone expects him to win and bring an ACC championship first year, which
Yeah,
realistically is like no
Yeah.
head coach comes in
yeah,
first year and wins right away besides a select few. Um, but yeah, they're having a down year, but I don't know. I feel like they need to give him at least another year or two to start to try to really establish his culture and bring in his players. Because I mean, he was brought with the team that was from last year. So it's not like, I mean, it's the same thing like at UVA. I mean, Coach Elliott, her first year or two, didn't have the best season, but like it takes a couple years to establish your culture in a new place and bring in your players. So, I mean, it's a tough spot for him, and obviously, people looking from the outside in are going to have their opinions, but
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
what I was just
yeah,
gonna ask you. Is that what you were like when you thought of Belichick, I guess, did you did you kind of know that was kind of gonna happen, or was it more
I
of like,
mean, I never really thought that they were going to meet the expectations that
yeah,
like
for
everyone
sure.
had for them. I mean, UNC the past couple years haven't been as up as they were since
Hmm.
like they had Drake May.
yeah,
Um,
Yeah.
but and just a coach coming in that has the credentials that Belichick has isn't really gonna, I don't think, change that. I think eventually, like, I think he could be a really good coach for them. I mean, I think
yeah,
people are gonna want to play for him. He's obviously a proven winner. Um, but it's like I said, really rare. Besides, like your Kurt Signetti this year, that like is or in last year, that's gonna come in and start winning right away.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like how Belichick's kind of trying to shy away from the spotlight with all
Yeah,
the
I mean,
all
I
the
think it's
stuff?
important. I think the media is constantly trying to put him and
Yeah.
his girlfriend in the
Yeah.
spotlight. Um, which yeah, I think definitely hurts the team, especially like if you're a player on that team. Like I think you should be being like in the spotlight for your play, not your
Yeah.
coach's girlfriend. But I mean, I feel like Belichick's doing a decent job of trying to keep that spotlight on the team and not him and other factors.
yeah.
For sure.
So coming up for your Washington State team, the Washington State game, like how do you prepare for that? Coming off a bye week, yeah.
Yeah,
Cut.
bye weeks are a little different. We really needed it. We needed this past bye week to get our bodies back. A little banged up. So last week, normal practice schedule for the most part. So we practice Monday through Thursday. Um, and then so we practice Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday. Every bye week, we do a community service day instead of practice. So we were able to get out in Charlottesville, and do some good work in the community. Um, and then so last week, the practices, they're a little more like, how you call it, like fundamental focused. So you're not necessarily, they're not as physical,
Yeah.
but you're still getting good work in. And then this week we'll get back to normal practice schedule, which is just Monday through Thursday. But yeah, every week's pretty much the same, just different opponent. A lot of film. I'd say we meet and watch more film than we actually do practicing. But it's a lot of film. Um, and let's see, for Washington State, this week will probably be big because the film from Ole Miss, that'll be really good to watch. So, um,
Yeah.
I get in tomorrow, where I know we will. Tomorrow morning, we have some meetings. That we'll watch that, watch the game yesterday. And then we'll have practice tomorrow afternoon, fall break. So we don't have class Monday and Tuesday. Um, so tomorrow we have like lift in the morning, then meetings after lift, and then more meetings in the afternoon, and then practice, and we'll do the same thing Tuesday, and then we'll get back to like a regular class schedule. But yeah, every week's pretty much the same in terms of scheduling. We try to keep everything the same. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, for your like, do you guys are you guys like because you realize you guys are I mean right on that college football playoffs like
Yeah, you guys
you're
are.
right there. Do you guys ever think about
Yeah, for
that
sure.
or is it just take it day by day and what happens
I
happens?
mean, obviously at the beginning of the season, your goal is to make it to the end, like make it
Yeah,
to that last game in January.
Yeah.
yeah,
But you can't think that far ahead. I mean, if you think that far ahead, then you don't put in the work you need for that current
exactly.
game.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, obviously, like the hype that we're getting, I feel like the mentality is more proving to others what we already knew. I mean, going into the season, we knew the team that we had, we knew the players we had, we knew the mentality. It was just showing others that. Um, so yeah, I mean, our end goal is obviously to make it to I think it's in Miami this year, national championship, like make it to
Yeah,
that last
Yeah.
game. But you can't think that far ahead. You got to just take it one game at a time.
yeah. Um, just another question. What's a typical day, I guess, with balancing school and football?
Yeah,
Um,
so typically like a typical weekday, um I'll we'll have lifts. We lift 3 days, 2 to 3 days a week in the morning. So typically I'll get up and our lifts, we have three, so we have options for lift times. You can either lift at 6:30, 7:15, or 8, and then there's a 1:30 lift in the afternoon before practice, and you pick one of those. It just depends on your class schedule. My earliest classes are until 9:30, so typically I'm going to that 8 a.m. one. So I'll lift, and then I'll have anywhere 2 days of the week, I'll have three classes, and then the other 2 days I only have one. So for the 3 day ones, I'll get up and lift, and then I'll go do my three classes, be done by 1:30, and then get over to the facility. I'll grab something to eat, get dressed and taped, and kind of do my own kind of warm up before meetings. And then we'll go sit in meetings. We'll do team meeting, like the full team, and staff, and that's typically about 20 minutes. Then we'll go into special teams, which is another 30 minutes. Um, and then we'll do an hour of position meetings. So altogether about 2 hours before practice. We'll get out on the practice field around 4, and then we'll usually be off it around 6:30. Grab some dinner in the cafeteria at the facility, and then I'll go home, do some homework if I have any, and go to bed and do the same thing over again. But I'm a person of habits, so I like doing the same thing every day. For the most part, when I kind of get out of that groove is when I get restless. Like this past weekend, like since being home for a couple of days, I've been doing a lot of like nothing, which has been nice. Definitely been nice to take a break, but I'm ready to get back into the groove of things, get back into a schedule.
for sure.
That's
But
good.
it's a lot during the week, but I enjoy it for sure.
Yeah. Looking back to schedules in college football, I mean, you guys played a tough Florida State Seminoles team. You know, they came in ranked, and you guys
Yeah.
were, I believe you guys were unranked as well. But you guys came in,
Yeah,
and
we
I
were
see you
unranked.
guys beat them, 46 to
Yeah.
38. I mean, playing that game, like how did you prepare yourself going against them?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was an awesome game. Our coach makes a big emphasis on really not making a team more than they are. So I feel like the week was pretty normal in terms of practice and everything. I mean, obviously people knew what the game was, but we try to keep it the emphasis of not losing the logo, our coach likes to say. not making a team bigger than they are. And when the game actually came, so I mean, during the week, we didn't really do anything different preparation wise than we normally do for any other team. And then going into the week, I mean, it was a cool feeling because I mean, like going into it, I feel like had the confidence, like this confidence about us, that we kind of knew what was going to happen. We knew that we were a better team, more disciplined, and cared about each other more. Um, and I mean, the results paid off, and it was probably one of the coolest experiences I've been a part of. That field rushing at the end, was pretty sweet. But yeah, that was definitely an awesome game. And then I don't know, people have been trying to like downplay, the whole like Florida State team now that they're losing a lot. But like if you
Yeah.
really look at their schedule, like so they lost to Miami,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, that's tough already.
gonna be yeah, who's the number two team in the country right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, they lost to who else they lose to?
Well, they have one loss only of this season. I mean,
They
they
lost
can't.
to Pitt yesterday. And
Oh
like
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Pitt's
they
a really
did.
good team.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Pitt's always has a really good team. Their defense is always legit. Like Pitt's really good. Um, And then I think they have another lot. It's us, Pitt, Miami.
That I believe that's it. I mean,
Okay, yeah. So I
yeah,
mean, like they're a really good team. I mean, they lost to
Yeah.
the number two team in the country, and then
yeah,
Pitt, who should be ranked by now. But they're a legit team.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
they are competitors. I mean,
yeah, no, but
they're
that was definitely an awesome game. It was a lot of fun. It was crazy. I mean, two overtimes and then the field rushing at the end was pretty insane.
Yeah, for sure. Connecting off of that question, what is your like locker room culture like, and like is do you have a go-to guy to like get you hyped for those games?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty awesome. I mean, so this is my fourth year. So I've been there since I mean obviously for 4 years, but
Yeah.
just getting to be around those guys for the past couple of years, definitely built some good relationships. The apartment I live in with three other football guys. Or two of them play now. The other had to retire back in the spring. But kind of like being with those guys for the past 4 years. One of them was my roommate my first year in dorms. Um, so I'd say those guys definitely we get each other hyped before games, just living with each other the whole week and all the time. Um, it's pretty cool being out there with them. I don't know. Our locker room's a lot of fun. We have fun in there. I feel like guys are really close, and it's cool because like I mean we've had I think combined new first years and transfers, I think there's like 40 or 50 new guys on the
Yeah.
team since the summer, or since last season. But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like everyone is pr really close and we've been on the same team, for a while. And I think that's just a testament to, uh, Coach Elliott, our head coach's like culture that he builds. Um, Being able to bring guys in and immediately they're a fit in that culture and be able to have those bonds in the locker room so quick. I don't know. It's been really cool. I feel like this locker room is just like, I know everyone says this every year, but I feel like it's just like different through relationships. Guys want to play for each other. Guys are willing to lay their bodies on the line for each other.
Yeah.
Just a cool thing.
yeah. Like knowing that you're a senior now, like your fourth year. I mean, how is your role in the Virginia defense Evolved over
Yeah.
time.
So, I mean, so going back to, so like my kind of story, going into my junior year of high school, I was a baseball kid all the way through when I was growing up. I wanted to play college baseball. Up to my junior year of high school, I wanted to play college baseball. And going to my junior year, I was getting recruited to play baseball in college. And then junior year, I have a really good football season. During that, I'm still playing like double headers on Sundays and stuff. But I have a really good football season that fall and kind of like my mind shifts and decides that okay, I think I want to do football in college. Um, so I commit a lot to that, build my body, a lot after that junior year season, and then kind of going into my senior year, or after that junior season, I started to get, a couple looks for football. They weren't huge schools, but going so. it was a little bit weird when I was getting recruited. So it was during COVID or like that post-COVID
Hmm.
Mm,
weird
yeah,
year. So schools weren't really doing any camps, like big football camps.
yeah.
So they were having people for visits this summer going into my senior year and then doing these like private workouts. Um, so I did a private workout. I did one with Navy, with Yale. But those are just types of schools I was getting recruited by. It was like the Ivy League schools, and then service academies and a couple smaller, like FCS schools, like your Patriot League, like Georgetown,
Yeah.
Lehigh, Lafayette. Um, and it was actually right before like a baseball tournament. Um, I was supposed to go to like Rhode Island for a baseball tournament, and I get a text on like Twitter. That was how you get recruited for
Hmm.
football, like Twitter, from a UVA coach saying that they want me to come work out in Charlottesville like in the next few days. So I drove down there with my mom, did the workout, and this is with the old UVA staff.
Mm,
Um, and after the workout, I got a tour of we call it grounds. We call it grounds, not like campus at UVA. Tour of grounds. Then I afterwards they offered me a preferred walk-on spot at UVA, and I pretty much accepted it a couple days later. Um, just like their faith in me and knowing like their faith in what I already knew about myself kind of meant a lot to me. So I decided to commit to UVA before my senior year in that summer. And it's funny because I ended up playing baseball that whole summer, um, and ended up taking a visit to Army for baseball. And they ended up wanting me to come there to play baseball. So I had a really tough decision that summer, but in the end, I decided to go to UVA, obviously. So I went there as a preferred walk-on, meaning I got automatic admission into the school and everything. I was just paying my way. So first 3 years, it was tough. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like being a walk-on's hard. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
the you don't want to think that you get treated differently, but like you do in the end. I think
Yeah.
Coach L does a really good job of treating everyone as equal, but it's tough. Like they're gonna invest more in the guys that they recruited because that's the other thing. So the staff I got recruited by, um, they up and left like my senior year of high school.
Oh, dang.
That whole UVA staff is Marco Mendenhall and all them. And they ended up leaving. And Coach Elliott's staff came in. I didn't really know anyone on that staff. But they honored my commitment. So first 3 years was tough. I on scout team, just grinding. Made it on some special teams depth charts this year and towards the end of last year. Um, and then I got to play in my first game this year. I played in the Coastal Carolina game, in the Women Marion game, and kind of just like seeing all that work the past, shoot, I mean like 7 years
Yeah.
pay off finally.
Yeah.
It was an awesome thing for sure.
Yeah, because like people, I always feel like people are like, you gotta have that NIL deals, like all that money and all that stuff. And it's like people don't see the work that goes in for the people that don't get
Yeah, I
that
mean,
opportunity, you
yeah,
know?
I mean, there's a ton of NIL money getting
Yeah,
passed around at every school, including
yeah,
UVA. I don't touch any of that money. I haven't seen any of that money in my bank
yeah,
account, but um, no, I don't mind it. Um, I'm playing just because I love the people that I'm around. I love the things that football brings me in terms of relationships, and life lessons and stuff. And obviously, like the money would be nice,
yeah,
but it's not something that I'm playing for.
for sure. All right. Um, you got anything here?
I mean, playing football for Virginia, I mean, you gotta play the Coastal Carolina game as your first start. Like watching the Virginia games, myself, I mean, something I'll come in and watch a little bit. I mean, on the field, like, well, I mean, what's a moment on the field that was just so like special to you?
Yeah, I mean, probably. Let's see, probably that Coastal Carolina game. I mean, we expected to win, but the way we won, I mean, we won by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then getting out there and making like running out there and like making my first tackle like in college, like and just kind of that being like a culmination of like all the work I put in for since like since high school pretty much. Um, that was pretty special. The Florida State game, that was probably like the most memorable, probably coolest experience I've been a part of. Just like the last overtime and when that PBU happened in the end zone and kind of just
Hmm.
everyone running on the field, like that was pretty surreal. Um, that was awesome. But yeah, being out there on defense against a Coastal Carolina game against, and it was one of my buddies since first year. We were both out there. He's also the same boat as me, preferred walk on, and he that was his first time out there too. And kind of like both of us being out there together. Um, after like all the work and like setbacks we've had the past couple years, like it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like people like I'm not gonna lie, when people just go and like if they're like they type in your name and they're like, oh wow, like they look up your stats, they don't really see much, but people don't realize
Yeah, no,
the work that goes in over time.
Yeah.
And so like it's just it's just a thing where you just gotta believe in yourself. I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, it's tough. Like,
yeah, for sure.
yeah, I mean, there's been plenty of times over the past 4 years where I've thought about like, is this really what I want to do? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
busting my ass every day, waking up at 5, 6 in the morning to like go be a scout team player or just go run around the practice field. Like,
exactly.
is this really what I want? But in the end, like, I'm not someone who's gonna like once I start something, I'm gonna put my all into it and I'm
Yep.
gonna keep going. And then, like I said, like it's not all like obviously yes like playing in games is like amazing but like just being out there and be able to just like play football like with my friends like it's something that I enjoy a lot and
Yeah.
one of the things that it brings me the relationships and all that and the memories that I've had um definitely something that's more than just like the stats you'll see like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's honestly a dream for a lot of young football players out there. I mean, even just to make it to that spot, you know? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's tough to see. It's tough like with the new um college football world evolving, like how walk-ons aren't really gonna exist anymore.
yeah.
yeah.
It's tough to see and how like my class and I think it's like so I think there's a second the sophomore class, how they're pretty much gonna be like the last era of walk-ons. Like it's tough to see.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, as you're saying again, as your senior year, your college career is wrapping up. I mean, what's your goals? What's your plans after college? After playing college football, do you plan to go to NFL or do you like what's next for your career?
Yeah, so I mean I have another year of eligibility. I redshirted my first year, so I have 5 years total of
Yep.
eligibility. Um So I'd love to play another year. Try to play another year and get my master's. Um, so yeah, that's the goal for now, just to play another year, and kind of see where it goes from then. Like obviously my dream is to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
But I'm realistic with my dreams. Um, so the plan for now is just to obviously win the rest of the season and then kind of go from there. And I do have another year of eligibility, so I want to use it. Try to play another year where I can, and kind of go from there.
For sure. Just a kind of a weird question, but would you say you would be getting some of the first team reps being a fifth year player, or where do you think you're gonna, where's realistically do you think you're lining up with?
For next year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I wanna go somewhere where I can play, whether that
Hmm.
be at Virginia,
Yeah,
or somewhere else. Obviously I love the University of Virginia, but I want to play.
yeah, for sure.
And one of my good buddies, he was my roommate last year. He graduated. He also played football, graduated in 3 years. He had a ton of credits from high school, so he graduated a year early. And he just transferred to this past season to University of Maine. And they're in the CAA with like your William and Mary,
Yeah.
Elon,
Yeah.
Villanova, like those schools. And he's a D lineman. He's been playing a ton. He They actually just beat Merrimack last night. But yeah, he's been playing a ton. So I wouldn't be opposed to go down a level if that means playing a lot.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, I'm not in it for where the big money or wherever big names. Obviously, I just want to play somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. Is that also kind of like a um like your buddies recommending schools? Like, are you kind of like, I guess, more toward them than like other schools or staying at Virginia? Obviously, your teammates
Yeah,
and whatever are
I mean,
there, but
yeah, so I mean, obviously, I'm not really thinking about it right now. I'm more
yeah, for
focused
sure.
on like the next game ahead of us this season. And obviously, I would love to stay at the University of Virginia if possible. Like I love the school, like I said, I love the coaches, the players, and everything. But I don't know, I'll kind of just see what happens after the season. But I'm not really worried about that right now. Kind of more focused on just, the next few games and the rest of the season.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, knowing yourself right now, I mean, if a younger athlete themselves, I mean, what kind of piece of advice would you give a younger athlete right now?
Yeah, I would say just bet on yourself. I mean, I think um, a lot of times people are caught up on, especially nowadays, like social media. I know I was in high school seeing constantly people getting offers and people going here and there, and all these big deals and stuff. I know I let it get to my head at some points, but then at other points, I knew what I was capable of, and I knew what I wanted for or what I wanted in the end, and the only way to get to that was to put in the work. Um, so I would say just don't let anyone else dictate what you want, what your dreams are. I knew what I wanted. I knew that the only way to get there was to work hard. So that's what I did in high school. Uh, I worked as hard as I could, and eventually I was able to get run your own race. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm a high school baseball player, same as you were. A lot of
yeah,
my teammates personally, obviously everybody cares about stats, but um it's almost like nowadays, I mean that's like the main thing people are worried about sometimes. What would you say um to just keep focusing on you and not let stats determine how you are as a player?
yeah. I mean, I think baseball is a different or is an interesting sport because, like, obviously it is a super individualized sport.
Hmm.
Everyone's gonna have their own batting average and whatnot. But I think what I enjoyed most about baseball is how like it was individualized sport. But when you really like peel back the curtains, like it is a huge team sport. I mean,
Yeah.
um, like I don't know. I think in high school, there's at one point where I was worried about like the stat aspect of baseball, like worried about my stats and everything. But I think like the most fun I had playing baseball was my senior year spring of when I was already going to UVA to play football in a couple months, and that baseball season like didn't matter at all
Yeah.
for me. Like, because before I was used to just playing baseball, especially those high school years of trying to get recruited, trying
Hmm.
to juice my stats.
Yeah.
Um, but that senior year of high school was like the most pure form of baseball like I played and the most fun I've had because I wasn't worried about doing this or doing that. I was simply just playing the game for the fun of it. I know it can be hard to do sometimes of getting out of that mindset of I need to increase my stats so I can go where I want. But just remembering like that younger self and like
Hmm.
when you had the most fun playing your sport is when nothing else mattered except you're just out there with your friends having fun. And that's what I was doing my senior year of spring. And it was the most fun I've had playing. It was also the best I've played in probably my whole life. I mean, that senior spring, um, I had a really good season. Our team had a really good season. We made it all the way to the state semifinals. But yeah, I would say just remember that younger self, the younger version of you, of when you were playing your sport for the most pure reasons of just playing with your friends and playing it as a game.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like a lot of people just forget about that aspect of the game. Um,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, all right. You play football, and of course, it's your dream to play in the NFL. I mean, as you saw, I mean, what's a dream team that you would want to play with?
I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, so
Oh God.
Oh my.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they haven't been doing great recently. But yeah, I'm an Eagles fan through and through. My mom's from Philly, so she raised us to be Eagles fans. I love Philadelphia as a city. The Eagles would be a pretty cool team to play for. I mean, they already have Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship out there in their secondary,
Yeah.
so I think I could fit in well in the secondary. But yeah, I'm an Eagles fan. It's been rough the past couple weeks, but playing for Philly would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I
Yeah, for
mean,
sure.
do you keep up with the NFL at all?
I mean, I'll turn like if I'm not doing anything on Sunday, I'll turn it on. I'll watch the Eagles games. But honestly, I'm not a big fan of watching NFL games. I'd much rather watch a college football game. Um, I don't know. I think they're more exciting. I think the whole atmosphere that college games happen in, like the fans and stuff. I enjoy watching college games more. Um, Not to say that I won't watch NFL, but I won't like sit down at the TV and watch NFL all day on Sunday, but I'll watch the Eagles play. And then I'll turn on the Red Zone channel occasionally,
Yeah.
but like I said, like I'd rather sit down and watch a college game instead.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, college, I
Yeah.
feel like college is more exciting anyways. You know, they have that rivalry week, every year, and then I feel like everyone just plays their heart out as a team
Yeah.
because even if you're ranked, unranked, you know, you're proving something so to get to that next stage. As for I feel as
Yeah, I
NFL
feel like
players.
it means more.
For sure. Yeah, I just wanted to ask about
Yeah.
we
I
never
mean,
talked about
yeah, I think
oh, go ahead. Yeah, you're good.
no, go for it. No, no, you're good. Go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you, how have your parents, I know your parents have got to be a big part of where you've gotten to. How have they shaped and helped you get into this career and just really yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, so my dad's a high school football coach, so
Mhm.
he kind of helped me obviously develop the player I was in high school. And then I don't know, it's just been cool like being able to talk to him after games about like the games
Yeah.
and kind of from his lens as a coach. So that's been super cool. My mom also was an athlete in college, so she knows that competitive side. Um, so in high school, I mean, they made a ton of sacrifices to get me where I am, whether it be the baseball tournaments they would drive me to, or all the recruiting trips my junior year for football. But they've been a huge part of it. And one thing I really appreciate is like in high school, um, they kind of let me do my own thing, recruiting wise. They didn't really try to push anything on me or make a decision for me. Obviously, they helped, but they really let me make my own decisions, which I really appreciated. Um, and then so they come up for all my games pretty much every weekend. So it's been awesome having that support every weekend. And kind of seeing that. My sister plays lacrosse in college now. So they've been trying to split the time between going to watch her play, and watching me play. But no, I definitely couldn't have been where I am now without their help and support and everything.
For sure. Um, I guess just a quick question. Obviously, I mean, college is, I mean, it goes by quick. But what in your 4 years, almost 4 years, what do you think your favorite on and off the field memory would be?
Favorite on the field moment. Um, I'd say probably that Florida State game was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Either that one or going out there against Coastal for the first time, just being able to play in that game. But the Florida State game was pretty amazing. Um, that was pretty cool. And then um, JMU, so JMU, my second year, we played JMU at home. And that was a year after the shooting at UVA happened. And kind of like the end of our first season got canceled, the last two games. Um, so that happened, and then our second year, our first home game was against JMU. And it was probably like one of the biggest crowds I played that were there. And kind of just running on the field and what they did for that was pretty cool to see. I definitely remember that. And then off the field, um, my first year, so kind of like your first year when you move in that summer, like right after you graduate high school, literally like it was a week after I graduated high school, I moved in to UVA, and they put all the first years in the same dorm, all the first year football players in the same dorm, and we were like on the same
hmm
hallway um for that summer, for the whole summer. And then once the summer ends, you moved into your like actual dorm for the year, and you're not, it's with normal students. Um, but kind of like that hallway, that whole summer of my first year, it was a good time. I mean, everyone's doors were open the whole time. There was always
for
music
sure.
playing, like just getting to like know all those guys that summer. It was a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah. Going off that, I mean, growing up, I mean, who are some people that you looked up to, like athletes or like non-athletes?
Yeah, so definitely I'd say my dad was one, just him seeing get to see him coach and kind of like the impact that he left on his players. I mean, people would always tell me growing up like how great of a person and coach my dad was and how he helped like them achieve what they wanted to in their like athletic career, and kind of being able to see that firsthand like playing under him. Because I mean, he was my little league coach for baseball as long as I can remember, and then kind of just being able to play with him as my coach. That was definitely pretty cool. Um, Athlete wise, I mean, like I said, I was a big baseball guy growing up, so I was a catcher, so I always loved Wilson Ramos on on the Nationals. I'm a
Yeah,
Nationals fan, so I was a huge Wilson Ramos fan. Um, and then kind of growing up an Eagles fan, I'd always watch Brian Dawkins, like his highlights. I was a big Brian Dawkins fan. Amos was my guy. Nationals were my guy. I got to go to one of the World Series games when it was in DC, so that was pretty cool.
yeah, that's sweet. See, I guess are you a big video game guy or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a PS5.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't been playing recently. Um, Obviously, I'm super busy during the week.
For sure.
But if I have some time at night, I'll play NCAA. I've been playing a ton of FIFA with my friends. FIFA's been probably the game of choice in our apartment recently. Um, we'll play FIFA a lot. But if I have some time at night, I'll get on NCAA. I'll do Road to Glory. I enjoy playing that. Um, I have the show too. I played a ton of the show this summer,
Mm,
kind of my player. Um, but I don't have a ton of time to
for
play.
sure.
But if we have free time, I'll end up playing with my roommates and we'll play FIFA or um NCAA or something like that.
Yeah, playing NCAA. Do you ever just like sub yourself in as
That
like when
that's
you
what I was
play
just
like
gonna ask. Do you
for
play as
Virginia?
Virginia?
The glory team is Virginia. It was pretty cool, like the first like our like season. playing with just like my teammates and myself and stuff. That was pretty cool. Um, and then like I don't you guys play
Yeah,
NCAA?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you guys know, like as season progresses
Hmm.
and you move to
Hmm.
next seasons, you'll get new recruits. So now I think I'm on like my fifth season as a head coach or something. So I have like a whole new team.
Hmm.
So I not anymore, but like yeah, it's pretty fun. It's fun playing with your teammates. It's fun. I'd say it's more fun playing with like other teams.
Hmm.
Um, Playing with, like teams you played and playing with like the players you played against, like is pretty cool as well.
You get a bunch of 5 stars.
Yeah, of course. Always. I think I've made the playoffs the past like 2 or 3 years or something. So definitely building a dynasty for sure.
Are we on rookie mode or are we on are we on
No, no. I'm on
okay.
Heisman.
Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
Heisman, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love playing that game. I love playing as Michigan. What Big M got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got
What
spanked
about you, Jack?
yesterday.
Who's your team?
I'm MSU, but we got spanked also, so
You both
yeah, we
took
Yeah, we
both
L
both just got
yesterday.
spanked.
that
It
was
was
not
that was
good.
a
Yeah,
tough watch for
seriously.
me at least. I was watching on my couch. I was
Yeah, it was a
trying to
rough day for both of you guys,
Yeah.
especially after Sharon Moore's comment about USC.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
say like
yeah,
the reason why they're sold out is because
yeah,
Michigan's coming
yeah.
to town.
Yeah, Hero, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like our team is good. It's rebuilding year for Michigan. I mean, but for them, I think they just gotta develop. They gotta build their team around Bryce Underwood. You pay a guy $10 million in NIL. I mean, you're gonna have to build around him. I mean, I feel like what we
Yeah,
need more is a
I
better
think he's legit.
receiver.
Bryce is good.
Bryce is good.
You can definitely build a team around him.
Yeah.
So what do you think, I guess, what do you think is holding him back, or do you just think he's young?
Bryce, I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't watched a ton of Michigan
Yeah.
football. But yeah, I think he's young. I mean, it's tough coming in as a freshman and having all these expectations, especially being at a school like Michigan,
Hmm.
where they're expecting to win the Big Ten every year and be a contender for the national championship. Like it's tough coming in with those expectations. But I feel like he's done a good job. Like I said, I haven't watched a ton of Michigan, so I
Yeah,
can't tell
for
you
sure.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I say that is he just I mean, they had 13 points against USC.
yeah,
USC is ranked, so they're definitely a really good team, but right behind you guys actually. But
yeah.
yeah, so I just I don't know. I mean, it just seems like for his caliber of a player, I guess you could say it's because he's young, but 13 points just seems
A little low for me at
yeah,
least.
for sure.
Yeah. Talking about
Yeah,
NI,
yeah, I think it's a tough game. So.
yeah. Talking about NIL, I mean, Robbie, what's a dream NIL deal that you would want?
Dream NIL deal, man. Um, I'm a big sneakers guy. I love shoes, and
I'd agree.
clothing. So I'd say probably like a Nike deal would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that would be
Um,
sweet.
but I don't know. Yeah, probably that's like my dream one. Um, I don't know. I used to do a deal with this this place in Charlottesville that does cryotherapy. And I would just post every time I went, and I would get it for free. So that was pretty sweet. It kind of fell off, but if Cryo Charlottesville, if you watch this, I would love a deal again. But yeah, cryotherapy is pretty cool. I would go every week and my body feel great afterwards. So um, that'd be a cool one to do again. Yeah, but Nike's probably the dream one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's always I feel like Nike's always been the big place for a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Or like a Tops. Tops would be
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Some
the
cool
tops would be
Yep.
cards.
pretty cool though.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I've
It'd
been
be some cards, man.
so my collection I collect mainly I collect a lot of baseball. I don't really collect a ton of football. But I have select football players. Like I collect all my former teammates. Um, so I have Malik Washington. I have like two or three Malik Washington autos. I have a Chris Long auto, Eagles auto. I have a couple other my former teammates like Malachi Fields, Dontavian Wicks. You guys probably aren't a big Dontavian Wicks fan, but
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Green
I
Bay
collect all
Packers,
my
but yeah,
teammates. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
playing at Virginia, I mean, you must have some buddies over there that you like to hang out with on the field and off the field. I mean, is there any that you would like want to like say on the podcast right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously my roommates are big ones. Eli Wood, number 82 receiver. He's been having a great year. Um, my other roommate, Grady Brosterhouse, he's a quarterback. He broke his foot in the summer. He's kind of just been dealing with that. But he had a couple touchdowns last year. But yeah, those are my guys, my roommates. Um, but yeah, no, it's been cool over the past couple years, just seeing like my former teammates in the NFL and kind of what they're doing in the NFL. And being able to watch them on Sundays has been pretty cool to see too.
So you're just to make sure your starter is Chandler Morris right now, correct?
Yeah, our quarterback's
Okay.
Chandler. Yep.
All right, cool. How is how has he been handling, I mean, obviously moments. I mean, obviously the Florida State game, like that's a crazy game. How is he dealing with the environments?
Yeah, I mean, he's just an awesome competitor. I think what makes him that such a great competitor is he's gonna like compete regardless of the team across from you, regardless of whether we're up 100 or down 100. He's a great competitor. He was proven from where he came from North Texas. I mean, he was great there. He was great at TCU before that. But I think just his competitive nature, is what makes him how special he is. Um, his dad is also a longtime coach. His dad coached with Coach Elliott at Clemson. He was the offensive coordinator, I believe, at Oklahoma. But yeah, no, he's an awesome player on the field and even better person off the field. So definitely a good guy and huge competitor.
For sure. Do you think we can get him on this podcast sometime? Think he'd be down?
Chandler, I know he has a super busy schedule. I know
Yeah. Yeah.
he has his own NIL stuff and he's
Yeah.
doing talk shows and all that, but I'll mention it and
For
let you
sure.
know what he says.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, especially if your buddies, if your roommates are down too,
Yeah.
we can get a time for them too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, staying in
Yeah,
that
definitely. I'll let him know.
for sure, I appreciate it. But yeah, just staying in that conversation, how would you grow? Like, obviously, we're doing this because we love football, we love talking to players and just getting to know their stories. Like, how would you try to grow from like we just started this, we love talking to people. How would you what would be your advice?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton of background with podcasts in that kind of field. Um, I will say I'm a media studies major. So I do have some background in kind of your film and production. I think a big one is kind of just making it look pretty, like making it sound pretty, which I think you guys are doing a good job of, especially like for this just to start. I think like eventually as you guys grow, turning it into like something where you guys are together and you have like I don't know, like where you can guys get some equipment and stuff and just making it more appealing.
For
Um,
sure.
and then I think just like having genuine conversations. I feel like I'm a big podcast guy. I don't listen to a ton of sports podcasts. I'm a
Hmm.
big Andrew Huberman. I listen to a ton of Andrew Huberman. I think he does a great podcast.
Yeah,
But one of the things I appreciate most about him is kind of just like his genuine conversations. Um, how it feels like he's just having a conversation with people. It's not like he's just straight just interviewing someone, but actually having conversations, which I already think you guys are doing a good job of. But just having conversations about stuff that you guys are passionate about, because I think that like passion shows in through the screen and through the speaker and stuff, and people want to hear people talk about stuff that they're passionate about. So I think that's a big thing. And then continuing just to, try to get people on. I mean, it doesn't hurt. You can like reach out to anyone, reach out to
Yeah,
DM athletes, and like the worst that you can get is a no or they don't respond. So
Yeah.
exactly.
I think people are eager to share their stories. People like talking about things they're passionate about. So just keep reaching out to people, and the worst they can say is no.
Yeah, for sure. Like we were me and Hero were
Don't
talking
get discouraged. Don't.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I was just gonna say, don't get discouraged. Like the first couple times, you're probably not gonna have a ton of followers. You're probably not gonna
Yeah.
have a ton of listeners, but
Yeah.
just keep going, and then eventually it'll pick up.
Yeah, like I was just gonna say, me and Hero were just talking about before you came on what to ask you and everything, and we were just like, let's just have a conversation, like human to human. Like
Yeah.
it's
Just
it's not it's not about just going off your phone or whatever and just, oh, what can we ask like this guy? Like so yeah, we
Yeah,
wanted to just talk about football, what we love and like all that. So yeah.
yeah, for sure. I think you guys are doing a good job, and I think you're heading in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, well, thank you.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you have a pretty nice career. I mean, I feel like if I was in your shoes, I mean, I'd be trying to live it as best I can. I try to live up to it.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
definitely am appreciative for the past few years, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season and kind of what the future has.
All right. Um, I think we're good. Are we good, Hero?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine to end it right here. I
All right.
mean,
You
well,
wanna,
yeah,
yeah, you can end
but
it for us.
yeah. So thank you, Robbie, for coming on for us with us and making the time for just small creators that are just trying to put themselves out there and see how these athletes be living nowadays.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. I definitely enjoyed it, and good luck to you guys for the rest of your guys' school years, and for
Thank
the
you.
rest of the
Yeah,
podcast.
thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. All right, thank you.
All right.